Hmm. Let's talk about the news, guys. We're almost at 200 followers on Twitter. Um, Crazy QAnon shit. So they're saying, yeah. So apparently, it's like, yeah, it's the first time I've seen info like this. Yeah, same. So this claim from this crazy person is this person was killed, and the person that's currently Elon Musk is a different person. Uh,
Reporting by Al Jazeera, the leader of Hamas.
Wait, hold on. Let's watch a review on CNN. Genuinely shocked they've aired it.
According to reporting by Al Jazeera, the leader of Hamas has said the group is on the verge of a great victory after its incursion into Israeli territory. Political leader Ismail Haniyeh has blamed the violence squarely on Israel's occupation of Palestinian land. For another Palestinian viewpoint, I wanted to bring in Dr. Mustafa Barghouti. He is a former information minister for the Palestinian government, which is in control of parts of the West Bank but does not control Gaza. Welcome, Minister.
Yeah, Gaza
just make
is
sure that
controlled
viewers
by
understand that
Hamas
the Palestinian Authority has
and
been an
Hezbollah.
opponent of Hamas, so you are not in any way affiliated with Hamas. You represent the Palestinian Authority, which has control over parts of the West Bank. All that said, what is your reaction to what you have seen so far?
Well, first of all, I am not part of the Palestinian Authority. As a matter of fact, I represent a democratic Palestinian movement called Palestinian National Initiative, which is non-Fatah and non-Hamas. And of course, I am not affiliated with Hamas. But I think this situation that has evolved is a direct result of the continuation of the longest occupation in modern history. Israeli occupation of Palestinian land since 1967. This is 56 years of occupation that has transformed into a system of apartheid, a much worse apartheid than what prevailed in South Africa.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe Hamas did not recognize Israel, but the PLO did, and the Palestinian Authority did. What did they get? Nothing. Since 2014, the Israeli governments would not even meet with Palestinians. And what you see today is a reaction to several things. First of all, settlers' terrorist attacks on Palestinians in the West Bank that has evicted already 20 communities in an act of ethnic cleansing. 248 Palestinians who were killed by the Israeli army and settlers in the West Bank, including 40 children. Attacks on the holy sites, the Muslim and Christian holy sites by Israeli extremists, as well as declaration of Netanyahu that he will liquidate the Palestinian rights and the Palestinian cause by normalization with Arab countries. And he dared even to go to the United Nations and carried in the United Nations a map of Israel, which included the whole of the West Bank, all of Gaza, all of Jerusalem, as well as the Golan Heights. He declared the annexation of the occupied territories. So, of course, Palestinians turned to resistance, because they see that this is the only way for them to get their rights. The question here is not about dehumanizing Palestinians as is happening and calling them terrorists. It's about asking the question, why the United States supports Ukraine in fighting what they call occupation, while here they are supporting the occupier who continues to occupy us.
But let me ask you, if that is the analogy you wish to draw, what Hamas is doing is they're targeting Israeli civilians, women, children, grandmothers.
No, they are not.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. The problem. So the thing is, both sides are running counterintelligence. Okay. So on the day of the attacks, I saw videos of them, Palestinians, in the homes of people they captured. And they were like, as you can see, we have women, we have children here. Like, we're not harming them. where like old women, whatever, like so on and so forth. And then in the initial attack of the like you see the rave in the desert. I'll show that in a sec, bro. They killed this German woman who's like basically the cover of the whole attack because it's like what ended up happening is, bro, they literally stripped her almost half naked and put her on a truck and were like parading her around. It was horrible. I'm not gonna show that, but
to come to the Al-Quds March, what is
yeah. The thing is, you see, they have in Palestine. It's like because the thing with a lot of Jews is that like in terms of Zionism, Zionists they go crazy with it. They're like, dude, we gotta. Oh my God, the Rothschilds are trending. That's well because now they're looking at the creation of the state of Israel with what is it? The something accord. What is it in here? Is in 1917. Hold on, the Bernard Accord. Bro. Balfour Declaration. Thank you. Yeah, so what ended up happening was that the Rothschilds basically funded the whole thing. Palestine getting created. And then this... Hold on. Is this a real quote? America is a golden calf. Interesting. You see that quote on Son of Jacob. Call me crazy, but they yeah. Look, the missing link in Jewish European history, the Khazarians. Because what ended up happening was similar to bookmarks. Yeah, here. So this is the claim of the turf, but what ended up happening in the past was over here in Khazaria. I'll just pull up Khazaria. Jews. There we go. So yeah, basically the theory goes that because where the hell would the origins of the Jewish peoples come from? Because it doesn't make sense for them to be coming from David, right? Because let's look up Star of David, which is recognized as a Jewish identity in Judaism with a hexagram, which doesn't make any sense, okay? Does it appear occasionally in Jewish context, sensitivity, motif? Look, the religion dates back to 17th century Prague. Yeah, it's because they only super recently came up with it. Yep, King David of ancient Israel. Yeah. But the problem is, it doesn't have anything to do with David, right? Or Remphan. So now if we look at this star, it's the same exact... Okay. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, as you can see by all these posts, because the star of Remphan that they mention Yeah, see, what is the Star of Remphan they mentioned? As you can see, we have the Baal worship, Moloch worship, uh, composed of two equilateral triangles, 6-pointed star and Solomon's seal. One symbolizes God, the world, the people. The other triangle symbolizes creation, apocalypse, and salvation. Now the 6-pointed stars, why these jewelry design, which the meaning of guarding and protecting. Well, it's not the Star of David. No, you can attend Moloch, star of your god, Remphan, the idols you made so that you could worship him. Therefore, I'll send you to exile beyond Babel. So the Babel fall. So the fall of Babel, I'm just gonna pull up the images for it. Yeah, as you can see, Tower of Babel going down, right? So Remphan, yeah, Star of Remphan mentioned in the Bible. So Remphan, which comes up. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Yep, Moloch right here. So yeah, Simon Death, for his Martin mentioned Remphan as a subject of idolatrous worship. There it is. He does idolatrous behavior that the Jews had taken upon themselves, even though they are wide variations of the names such as Moloch. All right, so remember this name, Moloch. It'll come. Oh shit! What? 2022? Is this some predictive programming shit? What is this? No fucking way. Hold on. Bruh. Yeah, it's like some demonic shit. Of course. Like a Russian movie? Anyways, so Moloch eats a big brass bull with horns, with a kiln, a kiln at the bottom, right? And this photo I'll explain in a second. It's crazy. So, because why the fuck, like, this, like, let me reiterate. This symbol doesn't have anything to do with David. I see about these multiple iterations all over here. It doesn't, like, yeah. Ye took up the tabernacle of Moloch and the star of your god Remphan. Okay. Now, the Khazarian theory, yeah, anti-Semitic theory, blah, 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 blah. The Russian invasion of Ukraine. So the problem with the Khazarian theory is that 90% of Jews are, they're white passing, but ethnically they aren't white. So they just race mix a ton. Like, they race mix with, like, you know, other Europeans. Oh, of course. Of course. The people want to sing as a nation of Caucasus and South Asia when it's anti-Semitic. So they're trying to break down why the Khazarian theory, blah, blah, blah. By the 8th or 9th century, insecurities theories began forming around the Khazars' reported conversion to Judaism. This spurred anti-Semitic beliefs that they were building a secret empire which sought widespread control through financial gains. I mean, you could say that take is applicable to the modern day with Ukraine and how their failure with Russia is now leading to what's happening in Israel. You know, I mean, look at this. Look at this shit. I mean, you could say that this is, according to this definition, this would be an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. That's right here of Greater Israel, right? With Jerusalem, Telamuna, you know, all this, all from here to here, all the way up to Ukraine, from like the east down. The blue blood Merovingian dynasty, Ashkenaz, Khazarians established Khazari agrees like Ukrainian National Guard, neo-Nazi yeah, so we know that these are neo-Nazis, like 100%, because you look at, they have the black star on them, and it's like, well, what's the black star? Well, black star, or not the black star, black sun. The black sun relates to this. So the symbol itself, it's neo-Nazi is far right, blah blah. Its significance is along the lines of fucking something with like Saturn, I forget. Or like I forget. Okay, yeah. So back to what I was saying with Malak and Remfam. So Remfam. Yeah, as many names, but the right reference goes when it's commonly referred to as the Seal of Solomon. It features a 6-pointed hexagram star that's comprised of 2 equilateral triangles that are overlaid. As it appears on many Jewish things, it is closely linked to being Jewish, as it appears on the flag of the state of Israel, synagogues, tombstones, jewelry, and a range of many other Jewish items. There is no scriptural reference to this symbol, but if you've seen the Israeli flag, you have seen what the Star of Remfam looks like. Like, come on, guys. It really isn't that hard. And then they're like, all this shit, it's an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. It's like, dude, they explained it quite simply with many of these direct quotes from the Bible about Remfam and Malak. So Malak is like the big old bad guy that just goes way back to ancient times. That's like, when you see some extremely evil shit, like we're talking about, they're sacrificing people, like they're eating people, like they're draining their blood, like it almost always is Malak Baal worship. Majority of the time. I'm not saying like other deities, other demons, really. Because, I mean, like, other demons shit don't get power or whatever, but. So, what we have going on in this picture is, this is crazy. Offering to Malek, you can say it either way. Basically, it's child sacrifice, guys. They are taking a baby right here, and they're putting it in the hands of the brass bull, and the brass bull's on fire. The reason you have these guys on trumpets is to sound out the sound of the sacrifice, okay? Craziness. So, yeah. I pretty much said my piece though. Again, this is just a theory about it. But the problem is, well, it's not a problem. I mean, it says right here, there's a missing link of Jewish European ancestry, where it's like, where does this all originate from? Where does this all originate from? Yeah, ADL, same thing. It's like, it's anti-Semitic. It's not anti-Semitic. It happened. There were Jews in Khazaria. I mean, like, this isn't improbable. Alright, moving on from that. So, yeah, back to this with what we were talking about with Israel. So, yeah, Israel's Zionist nation, the cabal, yeah, pretty plainly put, the American people have been deceiving and protecting it. Yep. Because we're essentially like like, it's the worst kind of goading you could do, because they come in basically stating their supremacy, saying that, like, if anyone calls them out that they're a victim, their relatives are Holocaust victims, and it's like you can never ever criticize them, ever. It's like, well, the Holocaust happened, so are you being anti-Semitic? Like, it's insane, American people have been seen protected and manipulated, owned and operated by the Mossad. The USA Inc. will protect her at any cost. The U.S. Republic will destroy her. Will be attacking Israel and Britain. I don't know about all that, but by way of deception, thou shalt do war, that is the motto of the Mossad. So, Oh man, like we really got manipulated into. Okay, we're gonna send Israel money, right? Send Israel money because they're our ally in the Middle East, while at the same time they hate us so much. Like they spit on Christians. Like they want to subvert our nation, you know. And the thing is, now it's at the point where you don't even get called out for that. Where like 50 years ago, 70 years ago, I mean, yeah, they can try and still be like, oh, XYZ is this, that, and the third, and like call them names and bash them to the best of their ability. But like, what's the fact? Well, the fact is, we're sending them money. We've been sending them money, and we're more than likely gonna fucking send troops. But there's a very good chance that we're gonna step it up and send troops, and that's gonna fuck up our debt, and it's all a strategic play by Iran. See, that's the bigger thing is that they're gonna just funnel hella bodies into Palestine because like the terrorists don't care, bro. Like, why do you think they're using gear from Afghanistan? Like, they're all buddies. Like, bro, send in thousands of people. We're gonna take over Jerusalem. Jerusalem, you know. This is a funny picture. Like, again, some of this shit is just batshit insane. Transmission, 5G, pentagram. I mean, I get it. 5G isn't good for you because EMF radiation. But, you know.
Idea.
Wait.
I'm with that. That's a great idea.
Okay, this is back to. I'm not gonna get into this because this will be like another half hour breaking down this whole thing. But I just want to talk a little bit about the Israel. I'm about to say Russia, Ukraine, the Israel Palestine thing that's going on recently, and yeah, I mean, let me refresh. They're probably, I'm guessing. The siege of Jerusalem began 589 BC and was the final event of the Judite revolt against Babylon. After 3 months siege, the Babylonians systematically destroyed the city and the first temple. So, yeah, like, again, symbolism will be their downfall. 580 days from the start of the Ukraine war, Israel gets attacked. Trump coming back? What does Peter Thiel extract from the Congress? Stories of the world. Our illegal aliens planning an attack on our homeland. Yeah, so, like, me to you guys, people watching this, there are going to be a terrorist attack on major cities in the Western world in the coming, like, 14 months. So, they're going to, like, they're planning an attack on our homeland. They already have people in the country. They're already getting, like, they already are funded and shit, you know? Like, it's just a matter of time. And yeah, Palestinian president has gone to Russia, so it's on, bro. Okay, so Ryan Dawson. Let's see. Everybody's really dead loved one. I'm sorry, I'm not reading all that. Whoa. A Nazi rally at Madison Square Garden in 30s. That's crazy. Oh no, in 39.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
What the fuck? Dude, see, this is what is happening with Twitter, dude. Freedom of information. Real freedom of information. I'm learning more and more about history every day. I didn't know this shit even happened. An English Nazi video. Timeline of history repeats itself.
and the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Fuck, bro. That's crazy, man. I mean, obviously, yeah, they don't have enough time to cover everything in school, but like,
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Americans, American patriots, I'm sure I do not come before you tonight as a complete stranger. You all have heard of me through the Jewish-controlled press as a creature with horns, a cloven hoof, and a long tail. We, with American ideals, demand that our government shall be returned to the American people who founded it.
man. We demand from Israel that we stop sending them all this money and basically meat grinding our young men. And it's like, dude, they're saying the same shit.
If you ask what we're
The problem is they didn't say under God. You heard that when they did the pledge. They didn't say under God. So it's like, you're not that guy, pal.
actively fighting for under our charter. First, a social just white Gentile who rules the United States. Second,
Okay.
Gentile-controlled labor union free from Jewish Moscow-directed domination.
Right, because it's 39, so Moscow is controlled by. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's 39, so the commies in Russia are okay. And mostly infiltrated by Jews. That's crazy. This is so crazy. Does he keep going, or? Whoa. Dude, what? That's so freaky to see. Just swasties with fucking George Washington and the American flag. Word. All right, I'm going to bed. I've covered what I need to cover. Good night, y'all.